Hello, geometry students. In this lesson, writing the equation of lines that are parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope. So if lines are parallel, they will have the same slope. So once I know what the slope is of a line, I know that any line that's parallel to it will have the same slope. You have two equations for this. Y equals mx plus b is my favorite because I can remember it. It has two things that you need. You need the slope and you need the y-intercept. There's also the point slope form. I'm not going to use that. It's on here if you want to use it. But frankly, I think this is easier to use, mainly because I can remember it. So I need to write the equation of a line that is parallel to the one that's given. Well, you need two things to write the equation of a line. You need the slope, and you need the y-intercept. The slope is easy. If it's going to be the same as this, it must be the same slope. So the slope of the line I'm going to be looking for is 3. Now I need to find the y-intercept, and all I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take the formula y equals mx plus b. I need to find b, and the way I'm going to do that is by plugging in the slope for 3. And this is x and y. I should finish reading the question. Write the equation of a line that is parallel to the given line through this point. So once I know my slope, all you need to do is find a point x and y and plug it into y equals mx plus b, and ultimately you're going to find b. Watch. I know that y is -6. I know that x is -1. So y equals mx plus b. I just need to solve this equation for b. And that's the y-intercept. So I have my slope and I have my y-intercept. So I need to write the equation of the line. Y equals slope plus y-intercept. The answer is y equals 3x minus 3. Notice the slope is the same. It's 3. It's actually going to be 3 over 1, where this is the rise and this is the run. I'm going to do that because I want to graph these. I'm going to start by graphing the original one. The 1 tells you where to start. The slope tells you where to go. This is a slope of 3 over 1. I'm going to use slope triangle. Go up 3 over 1. That gives you another point. That was the original line. Now I'm going to graph this line. I start by -3. That tells you where to start. And then you use the slope to tell you where to go. Slope of up 3 over 1. That gives you another point. You can do it again if you need to. And again. And there is my parallel line through the point -1 comma -6, and there it is. Equation of a line parallel through a given point. Look at number 2. I'm going to do the same thing. Write the equation of a line that is parallel to this line, but going through the point 1 comma -2. Well, I got a problem here. This is not in y equals mx plus b form. This is in what's called standard form. I'm going to get y by itself. And to do that, you subtract 2x from both sides. And you have y equals -2x plus 5. That's the actual equation of this line. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. 5 tells me where to start. And the slope is -2 over 1. So I'm going to go down 2 over 1. We do it again. Down 2 over 1. That's what I call a slope triangle. And you get additional points. So this is the graph of the original. Well, I need an equation of a line that's parallel to it. First thing, you need the slope. The slope must be the same. Now I need to find the y-intercept. I'm going to find the y-intercept by plugging it into the formula that I remember. Y equals mx plus b. I'm going to solve that for b. Well, I need a point. Oh, here it is. X, y. Y is -2. Make sure you put them in the right way. They come in different orders. One is x. Y equals slope x plus b. By the way, I do a cursive b so that you doesn't look like a 6. And I find my y-intercept. It's actually equal to 0. That's interesting. So here's the equation. I found my slope, and I found my y-intercept. My slope goes here, my y-intercept goes here. So y equals slope x plus y-intercept. Y equals -2x plus 0. And notice the slope is -2/1. The same as it was originally. Not the same as it was back here. This is not in standard form. You cannot identify the slope when it's not in standard form. Identify the slope here. So I'm going to graph this. The 0 tells me where to start. And the slope, -2/1, says go down over 1. Down 2 over 1. And there it is. It's parallel. It has the same slope. Look at the next one. What if I don't have a graph to start with? Well, in this case, I'm actually going to have to use the slope formula. The slope formula, if you need a refresher, we just did I recommend you go back and look at the warm-up that goes along with this, or find out how to do the slope. The slope formula, this is x, y, x, y. You can put subscripts on those if you want, but I'm just going to say this. The slope is y minus y over x minus x. It's -2/1, but I don't want to use that -1 in the next step. The next step is, now that I know the slope, the next step is to find the y-intercept. You only need those two things. Well, here's my xy. So plug those in. Y goes here, x goes here. I already found the slope was -2. So y equals mx plus b. B is equal to -7. Y equals slope times x plus y. And that's that. Look at the next one. This one might be a little bit easier. Write the equation of a line parallel to the line segment AB through the point C. The first thing I need to do is figure out the point C. Well, it is 4, -2. Next thing I need to do is I need to find the slope. I need a slope, and I need a point. To find the slope when you have a graph, just pick any point and go to any other point. So this is up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. What if you went up 3 over 6? It simplifies down. So this first step, slope is equal to +1 over 2. Now I need to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept for the line that I am going to find. Plug in your x and y. Y was -2, x was 4, the slope was 1/2, Plug that into your calculator. It looks like your y-intercept is -4. The equation of that line, y equals slope I'm going to plot that. The slope is positive 1 over 2. This is the y-intercept. So that tells me where to start. The y-intercept is -4. So I'm going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from that point, I'm going to use my slope, a rise of 1 and a run of 2. Rise of 1 and a run of 2. It looks like I'm actually going to go through that point, which was the whole idea. These two lines are parallel, and it is through that point. Real quick on this one, 0, 0. The slope is down 1 over 2. Y equals mx plus b. Y is -0. The slope is 1/2. This is an easy one. This intercept is equal to 0. Y equals mx plus b. You don't need to write the 0. It tells me where to start. That's the point that they gave me. And then I'm going to go down 1 over 2. And that's that.